Hello, strugglers. Welcome to one of many videos on this topic that you may be seeing, but I wanted to hop on this first, okay, because I think this applies to me. Just this morning, a couple of hours ago, a podcast episode was uploaded by Chicks in the Office. It looks like it's a Barstool podcast, and they teased that Dylan Sprouse was going to reveal some behind-the-scenes information about that sweepstakes that I won. I won the Dylan and Cole Danimals Sweepstakes. That's right. Me, Scott Kramer. And he also chatted a little bit about the Disney Channel games. So let's just look at this a little bit and I'll give you my 2 cents on it.
In honor of the Olympics, Nick Jonas just talked about the Disney Channel games, and he said that he compared the Disney Channel games to Love Island on crack.
So people have been sending me this clip a ton as well. Let's pull it up. This is Nick Jonas on Jimmy Fallon. And this is what he had to say about the Disney Channel games.
You never competed in the Olympics, of course, but you did, however, compete in the Disney games.
I know a thing or two about that. I hate to do this and I hate to say it, but I do feel like this is kind of my thing, right? So I feel justified in covering this. Let's continue.
What do you remember about this time of your life?
So for those that don't know, the Disney Channel games were basically, the Olympics, but where they would bring in 100-ish Disney Channel stars from all over the world and make us compete in silly games. But what it really was like Love Island on crack.
Okay, yeah.
What do you mean by that, Nick? Ew. You hate to think of the mix of individuals that were at the Disney Channel games. There were a lot of young teenagers and then some people in their mid-20s. I think Jason Earls was 30 years old. What do you mean it was like Love Island, Nick? I pray to God it wasn't anything like Love Island. Let's see if he maybe explains himself.
Put a bunch of teenagers in the Disney park after hours.
Oh my
and just
goodness.
say, let's see what happens.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Dude, I don't think that, see, okay. What happened, Nick? What are you guys doing? Are you sucking and fucking on the roller coasters? What? Give us a little bit more details than that. Who was doing it? Who was involved? Do we need to get the police involved, Nick? So anyway, that got everybody up in a tizzy. I've been getting tagged in that clip left and right. So Dylan Sprouse was on this podcast, as I said, and this is what he said about the Disney Channel games.
He compared the Disney Channel games to Love Island on crack. What would you...
Look at that. Look at that face. That is the face of a man who disagrees very strongly with that opinion.
Because we were like, I'm not sure about that.
We weren't quite sure about that comparison.
We were like,
that's a really weird take, honestly.
That's what
I said. I think I get what Nick was getting at, and maybe he's just trying to be a little spicy for the interview to get people buzzing, but I'm guessing that there were a handful of stars that were just into each other, young. It's like teenagers filled with a bunch of hormones, right? And maybe some of them were potentially hooking up with each other, but just characterizing the whole thing as that was what the hell are we talking about, Nick?
Our take on it was, we were like, we're not sure Nick Jonas knows what Love Island is.
I don't know if he's watched Love Island that he knows what this means.
No, the DC games was nothing like that. You also can't...
There wasn't Casa Amor.
Compare... You can't compare any situation where it's 90% 14-year-olds to a show like Love Island. You know what I mean? That's why not even close to comparable.
We were like, Nick Jonas has never seen Love Island.
So yeah, I'm guessing it was a handful of people that were flirtatious teens, or maybe the older crowd that was there competing, and it was they were separated. Dylan was on the younger side of it, so Dylan probably didn't even experience that, wasn't a part of that. And then maybe the older kids, the grown-ups at the table, maybe they got a little silly, got a little weird, got a little crazy. I just think the comparison to Love Island is hilarious because Love Island is just debaucherous nonsense, right? Nick, don't taint our childhood memories like that. How dare you do that? Okay, so anyway, that was whatever. But the other thing that Dylan talked about in this interview was the Danimals Sweepstakes. I know a thing or two about the Danimals Sweepstakes. So let's hear what he said about that, and then I'll give you my take.
Another question, and then we can, lean away from Disney Channel for a second. Whatever happened with the Danimals Sweepstakes?
Okay, I've been saying this recently. The answer has been online for years. I think it's a case where people are more interested.
Not to see it.
Yeah, they're more interested in feeling like nothing happened.
Dylan, how dare you? It's been online for years? Where? If you're referring to when I came out and said that I won, that was only about a year ago, Dylan. So The information's only been available for about a year. Dylan, I feel insulted, honestly, that you would say that this information is so readily available, as if I didn't dig, as if I didn't crawl to the depths, the most disgusting, awful parts of the internet. I saw things a human should never see, looking for the answers to who won this sweepstakes, and the answers are not out there, Dylan. Where did you point us in the direction of where the answers are, Dylan?
Yeah. I'm specifically choosing the narrative that we don't know what happened.
It's
Meanwhile,
more fun
I've
that
never
way.
Googled what happened.
Don't you may have chicks in the office, okay. You may have never Googled, but that doesn't mean that we haven't. That doesn't mean that I haven't Googled. That doesn't mean that I didn't spend weeks looking into this crap. I called Danimals myself. I messaged them on Instagram. They didn't have the answers. And the other people that I mentioned in my video that made deep dives on it as well, they didn't find anything. Where is this information hiding? Is it classified? Do we need the president of the United States to come out and declassify who won the Danimals Sweepstakes? Where is the information, Dylan? I just hate the assumption that they all have that it's like, oh, we're all just pretending to not know. Oh, we'd rather not know. No, I want to know so bad. I do want to know so bad. I genuinely don't care. It is a fun little thing that we've been doing for a while. And I think to have it wrap up and be full circle and finally get a real answer would be very nice. So I wish that there was a little bit more details in this interview. That's really all they said.
Right, it's funnier to be like, everyone says they don't know what happened.
And I'm never going to tell you.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Dylan, you're being coy, you're being slick. You do know the answer. Tell us, dude. Stop being coy about it. Don't act like it's out there, like it's available, because it's not out there. It's not available. Come on this channel and give me the details. So, Dylan, please, I'm begging you. I swear I'm a nice guy. I'm just getting hyped up. I'm getting a little crazy for the video. I'm playing it up. I would love to talk to you, Dylan, and get the juicy deets. And if you don't want to talk, I'll talk to Cole. I'm happy to talk to Cole. We can get you both on. A little bit of dual interview. The people want to know the details because there's some fool out there who's been lying about winning, and I'm not talking about myself. We all know that I actually won, so I do know the details already. But this other guy that people have been tagging me in his video also is claiming that he won. So here's this little TikTok that he made. Oh, I met Drake, other people flexing. I met Taylor Swift, other people. Is meeting Drake a flex anymore? Probably not, huh? But this is his flex. A photo that he took when he was a child with Cole and Dylan Sprouse at the Danimals booth. They're wearing their Danimals gear. Seems to indicate that maybe this kid won that Danimals sweepstakes. I certainly don't buy this. Absolutely not. This looks like they're at some kind of event and they're just at a booth. Like the Sprouse twins are just sitting at a booth, hanging out. This does not seem like what was promised in the sweepstakes commercials. To me, this is just a family that ran into them at some event. Is this the only proof you have? A photo of you in front of a weird, like, where are you? Where is this? You're in a tent somewhere. So I don't buy it. Also, he's being so weird and cryptic in all of these comments. People are saying things like, whoa, you actually won? No way you won. Like, give us details. And he's just posting weird emojis and saying things like, oh, maybe I should tell you guys. What's going on, man? If you know and you actually were the one that did it, why are you being so weird about it? And this was in May. No word on it since. What the hell is going on? There's just so many weird things going on with this dang sweepstakes. Everyone's so cryptic about it. I know there were a ton of people involved with it. Where's the real info? And again, I have to keep going back to, I already gave you the real info. I won the sweepstakes. I did it. And until somebody comes out and proves me otherwise, that's the facts. So yeah, I don't believe this guy. I don't think he actually won it. Dylan, come on, man.
Did you go on the cruise? No.
Am I allowed to say?
Yeah. It's up
I
to
thought we
you.
liked the narrative. I did go on the cruise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. I did go on the cruise.
Was it weird?
For sure.
As expected.
For sure.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to talk about it. Why don't you want to talk about it, Dylan? Come on, man. We want to know. Let me just set the microphone down. I'm going to search one last time. This is my last ditch effort to see if we can find the information. Who won the Danimals Sweepstakes? Yeah, okay. There's nothing. Send me the link, Dylan. Okay, so there you go. It's just an added layer to the story. There's more mystery now than there was before. I feel like the field got foggier around me. I cannot believe the host of that podcast didn't pry a little bit more. They didn't even try to get any answers out of him. You've got the man himself he's sitting right next to you. You could smell his breath. I'm very disappointed, but I suppose life goes on. All right. I guess I was being a little cynical. We do have more info now than we did before. We know that the cruise happened, so the search continues. That's all I got for you today. I got another second channel video coming out very soon as well. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.